I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now starting.
Erotic therapy.
Welcome to the... We're rolling.
I started playing the Big Brother game early on with the people. So.
Wait, tell me more.
I'll tell you what I can, but it was just, I've gone on a lot of auditions and castings, so you kind of get a feel for what people are looking for.
Yeah.
So I kind of I knew what to turn up.
Like for your audition or for the actual show or both?
Both.
Oh,
for the
yeah.
actual show, really, yeah. But for auditions too. But yeah, for the actual show, I didn't watch any Big Brother before.
What?
I didn't know it at all. So.
Okay, wait. You never had watched Big Brother? Okay, I've been watching since 2003. 2003.
Oh, man, yeah. No, I never watched. Even though I was friends with Cody and found out he was on the show like 8 years ago when we had a class together.
Really?
I still didn't really watch it. No, I'm just...
Wait, that's so funny because one of my questions I was going to ask you was like, what player in the past inspired your gameplay? But none. That was just your gameplay?
That was just me. I don't take myself seriously.
Yeah,
but
good.
I take my work very seriously.
Yes.
So once I was considered for it, I locked in, and I'm a film major, so I can binge anything.
Oh my...
Like no one else. So I binged a lot. I watched like 6 seasons and 2 from other countries, like Canada and what was it, Australia? I think. But I was really watching it I had to get the terminology down to be able to talk their talk.
Yeah, the blood on your hands, back against the wall.
HOH, the veto comps, the renoms, everything, all the terminology.
Yeah.
And then I was really watching it just to see you can't make it being a lone shark in that game. You need people.
Yeah.
Everybody lies. I remember seeing Dan do it, and he was lying about lying on his wedding ring, lying on the Bible, lying on his wife, and all this stuff. And I'm just like,
oh yeah,
people are like that.
Ruthless.
So I was like, maybe I'll go in there just talking like this the whole time. It's like, pull this thing out, and it's like I've gone on vacation with my friends, and it's like all I did was talk like this for like 7 days. You know.
Well, that's really good.
I used to live with what was it? 2 Australians and 4 English people.
Oh my gosh.
So I got those accents down for sure.
That's amazing.
And then it's like
could you have kept up an accent that whole time?
Well, yes, I
you probably could.
Definitely think I could, because I went to Cancun with friends, and all I did was speak in an Australian accent. The second we touched down, we were there for 7 days, and we met up with a whole group of people. You know, there was probably like 5 guys and 4 girls in our group, and then there was a group of 4 guys and 5 girls, and they were all from England. So we just kind of got together, and on the last day, I got shots for everybody and took a shot, and then just instantly I was like, wow, that's really good. You guys are going to like it. And went to my normal voice, and the English dudes, they were like, yo, you have a really good American accent. And I was like, oh! And all my friends were like, no, he's going to do this forever.
It's like when people move. I remember my cousin moving to Australia. I think she was there for 3 months, and she came back with a full-blown accent, but acted like she really picked it up.
Yeah.
I'm Canadian, and I've been in Nashville for 9 years, and I just started feeling like it's okay to say y'all.
Yeah.
I think I've been here long enough that I can drop a y'all.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Yeah, I think,
got it down.
I think so.
I had my oldest brother, had a friend that went to college and came back. We all sound like this in my hometown. Some people have a little bit more of a Boston accent, but not really.
Yeah.
And this freaking guy comes back from college talking like this, dude. And we're all just like, yo, we know you from before college. It's not your regular voice. He's like, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, it is. And we're just like, okay, bro. Okay.
People are so funny.
I understand it, because when I did that in Cancun, for 4 days or so afterwards, I would wake up and my first thought would be in Australian.
Huh.
And I was like, oh, this is how people get stuck in roles. Cool.
Well, that's that whole the method acting, that could freak it's kind of freaky if you get too into it. Example, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
That could get scary.
I had one time in my classes where so the difference between method and Meisner. Method is you repick a scab that's, a real thing that hurt you. So my dog dying, you keep reliving that. But how your nervous system works is it will you'll keep picking the scab until there's no more scab, and then you'll go to pick it and it won't work. So you'll have to find something else traumatic that happened. But the difference between that and Meisner is you you put real life people in a make-believe circumstance. So my mom used to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
So in class, I put her on her deathbed with lung cancer and from smoking. And so it can be I can believe that. My actual brain and imagination can go there and believe it.
Yeah.
So then you can actually live that through realistically, but it's a lot easier to snap out of it than it is if you try to relive something that actually happened, which I've done before. And it does take a couple days. Like, I'm very aware of my emotions and because I've had a lot of ups and downs as a lot of people have, but I've always just been aware and interested in like psychology and human behavior and stuff. So yeah, you feel yourself going in a rut and you're like, damn, I can't snap out of this shit, and it doesn't even matter, but like it's.
Do you ever get scared you're gonna manifest something when you're doing that though?
Nah.
Oh.
Nah. Because it's different.
Okay.
It's different. And it's like, because I'm a big believer. Like, I do know it's just like nature and science. Like, with every reaction, there's an equal opposite reaction. You might not notice it, but that's just, I believe in those laws a lot. So.
What made you get into, like, have you always been like this? Like, since you were little?
Yeah, I've been the loudest kid on the face of the earth. My brothers and I would have screaming contests, and it's like I would shatter glass. I could scream so loud, because that was also my only defense growing up with two older brothers. And then you get smart, and then you start thinking outside the box. This is like what I was saying when I was on Big Brother, because we're a crazy competitive family.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest of two older brothers, and so it's like any game I learned through them, I was like, I'm learning how they want me to play, because they know they can beat me that way. So I always had to think.
That's a good strategy.
Always had to think outside the box and like try risky moves. And yeah, so a lot of the times you would lose, but that's where that natural risk it for the biscuit comes from with me.
You were the riskiest player I've seen in a minute on this show. Like, bold moves. Ones where I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Tucker? I was like yelling at my TV, but then like a lot of times, like at first, I think people didn't know how to handle you, like as viewers, because we were like,
even in person, it happens.
Yeah, I get it. And it's just like, what are you doing? But then once you left, it was like, well, shit, you were the most entertaining. That's why we watch Big Brother. We want to see people make these crazy big moves. It's the only. I feel like people get so lazy in this game.
No, so like I can't sit still for that long, especially given that opportunity. It's like, yes, I get it. It's everybody's dream to be on that show. I had those talks with Angela, but it's everybody's dream.
Yeah.
And we should make the most of this dream and once in a lifetime opportunity, because only one person gets the miracle.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit around. I was here in the first week. We got house votes till week 6.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, cool. That means I'm week 7. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure some people here week 8 and week 9. And it's like, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out swinging. I don't want to just hang. I want to make the most of this opportunity. I had a big checklist of things I wanted to do. I wanted to win one of every comp. I wanted a punishment costume.
You wanted to live the full experience.
Yeah. And not get in a showmance. But I did.
Wait, I thought you wanted to get in a showmance.
No, I didn't. I was for sure not going to get in one. That's like, I know... Like, everybody on the outside, I know Rubina had the same thing, but we were telling everybody, like, there's no shot. There's no shot I'm getting in a showmance. I know how bad that is. I already was going in there after the first week. I was like, I am going to have a big target on me because I'm about to blow this shit up. I can't even think about that. And it just, man, we tried to fight it so hard. She had the same thing coming in, telling everybody she's not going to get in a showmance. And it's like, once I was in there and met everybody, I was like, cool, I don't have anything to worry about. I got this. And then a couple days later, I was like, I might have a little thing to work through, but I still got this. And then we got close. And then there was a point when we were like, nah, screw it. We're good. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Ship sailed. And 3 days goes by and we're like, nah, this ship didn't sail. It's still here. So no, it's lovely. Rubina's great. I'm very, very proud of her. I really hope she can win, but
she's the best.
Yeah, she really is. She's so sweet. She's loud and obnoxious like me.
Yeah, I'm surprised the two of you work because you're similar.
Very similar.
I will get it. I want to get into showmance things, but I've been thinking about this since you said, because I didn't realize how involved in acting you were. Were you being yourself on the show? Yeah. Okay.
100%. I had all my friends from college watching it with their parents and stuff, and their parents are like, he's acting right now, right? And all my friends were like, absolutely not. Yo, this
Yeah.
is just him. He is always this crazy. He's always this wild. He's always this competitive.
Did you go in with that strategy? Like, were you like...
I went in just like, I didn't have an exact game plan. I knew I wanted to, like, lose one of the first two things, which I did lose the first comp with Mackenzie. But I went in knowing, like, what you have to do to win, really, and how the game normally works. But I also know that it's based off of everyone who's in there is how you play the game and the people. It's not like you can't go in with a game plan and try to stick with that when you have all these other personalities. So I didn't have anything set in stone. It was adapting as in real time as you guys are watching it. That's what I was doing. And
which makes you such a good player. I was so mad when you left. Like, my mom threw something and she was like, I'm not watching anymore.
I heard that there was a 63% drop in viewers. I got texted that from the next episode.
I believe it.
I was like,
I mean, you really were the entertainment of, because you were, I mean, what made you be up there and use a freaking veto on Angela and not yourself?
Because everybody, if I didn't do that, then it would have gone the House vote route the whole time. I knew I was putting myself in a risky scenario. I knew I was keeping the most wanted person out of the House in the House. And I knew that was going to put another big target on me. But I wanted people to know, like, I'm going after the people I think are the best players. I know majority of you guys think I am. So me saying that is putting a bigger target on me. But I'm not here to play afraid. Everyone else shouldn't. You finally made this once in a lifetime opportunity. Don't you want to make the most out of it versus just float around or play afraid? You actually have a chance to battle yourself out twice now.
Yeah.
You got the veto in the AI arena. Like, you guys must not trust in yourself that much. This is a game where you can only trust in yourself.
The amount of times I quote, I like puzzles is...
It's not, I really like puzzles, love. I still really like my puzzles. It's good. Have a little cup of tea, have a little puzzle. It's like, so start the day off, love.
It was so good. Wait, I need to talk about Angela because... I mean, I'm worried about her, to be honest with you, because I at the beginning was like, this is the kind of woman that would troll me online, and she would, and then at the end I was like, yes, Angela, you go, girl. Yeah. And I just like my roller coaster of emotions with Angela was so wild. What were you thinking when she was having her like epic meltdowns? But did you see a different side of her? Because, like, us at home, like, I'm worried about her getting bullied online.
I don't think she's going to. I mean, she was aware of it, too, and I was able to help calm her down when we were tight. I think everyone in there is aware everyone's going to get bullied online. Every single person. The more people that like you, the more people that hate you, and the fans are dire, hardcore fans. So you get warned about all that. But I don't think she has anything to worry about. I mean, everybody in there loves her. She was the most liked person the first week, and then she had her times of snapping. I mean, it's a game where she was in a very paranoid situation. And I was also there because I was on the block a bunch, and I was kind of floating my way through to try to figure out what to do. And that's why I used the veto on her, because I was like, this is the one opportunity to show people that you can play this game fearless and stick to your own moves. Everyone's gonna have to adjust to it anyway. So like, it was really a turning point, because it was like I had to do it. Wanted to keep her in there, and then I knew I would have her as a number and her trust, and I did trust her. We know how that worked out, but no, that's the name of the game, you know. And I helped her calm through her paranoia a few times. But you have to understand, everyone that's in there that's been in a paranoid situation knows what it's like. So I knew where she was coming from. It wasn't like her paranoia was wrong. It's all justified, but it is also like, I get it. You see me playing and talking with these other people, but I have to. There's two sides to this coin, and I'm sorry it's coming off like this to you. I get why you feel this, but you just have to trust me. There's no one else to trust in here for you.
Did you trust Angela?
Yeah, until I didn't. You know, no, I mean, shit. Yeah, of course I did.
But how do you trust people in there?
It's so hard. It's so hard. And it's like, you know, it's so hard. It's like even times when it would be like Rubina, Chemo, and T-Core talking. The only thing in your mind is they're talking about me.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't they have me be in there?
Right.
But it's not. You just have to be like, whatever. I gotta just let it go. Because if you start to have those little, I don't know, that energy shift changes towards them, and then they get the shift and they realize it, and it's just like, And Angela did say to me at one point, I knew she thought there was a final two. I kept avoiding it and shaking on it, which I know she was aware of because she thought I had one with Rubina, but I only had the one with Joseph. Rubina and I were about to form one. But
what happened?
Man, Angela came in hot. It was a power move by her. You know, I just went on TikTok Live because I'm getting up to speed with this.
Yeah.
So I'm an old school dude. And Angela's daughter was on there, and we talked for like 30 minutes. I had her join in with me, and it was really sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, she had her baby there, which Angela only got to see for a second, so that was really just cute and fun to see her with the baby that Angela was talking about. But it was also really fun just because she was like, you know, everyone in the house was screaming and yelling at her when she was trying to get you out. We were like, Angela, don't do that. And I was like, oh, damn. All right, cool. At least I got the family, you know?
Yeah.
No, but I know Angela and I are cool. And, you know, I told her, I was like, look, more props to you for trying to get me out. I think it was a bad execution. Should have waited till after the veto ceremony because then you would have realized, like, we weren't going to put you up. And you would have had that extra confidence to chill your paranoia.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's the name of the game. You can't.
Would you have taken her to the final two?
No, it would have been, she said to me, final 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5. And I remember her saying that right outside the storage room. And I was like, 5. I can definitely get you to the top 5. So that's where my head was at.
Can we talk about the storage room?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, what goes on in the storage room? Because I was talking to, do you know who Elena Davies is? She wants me to ask you about the condoms and dental dams in the storage room.
I don't know what dental dams are, but
I think that's like a female condom.
Shit. I didn't even know those were a thing.
It's a thing. I didn't actually, when she said it, I think I Googled it. But so what? They like give you guys condoms, but I'm confused by this because cameras are on 24/7. So if you start having sex, do they take the cameras off? Like, because
yeah, it's like a family show like that. Everyone thinks Rubina and I had sex in there in that video that was up, and we still had our underwear on.
Oh.
We didn't. No.
So did they take the cameras off you guys?
They
for that?
do cut the cameras when that stuff
You should
happens.
just pretend to have sex to talk game without or like to do.
They still got the mics.
Oh, that's
and,
true,
and
that's
we did do that one time.
You're like
and like
hooking up, talking
ripped the
game,
mics off, like we were like hooking up, and then we were talking. They're just like, put your mics on, and we're like,
you're like ruining
no,
it.
like we're talking about you guys, no.
Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's one of the wildest experiences that you really, as much as you think you can mentally prepare for it, you just can't.
What is the like aftermath mentally for you? Because I talked to Dan Giesling about this, and he was like, it was the biggest mental fuck for him after the show because that's like I mean, you were still there a long time.
Yep.
And you're like, aren't you? I don't know if quarantining is the right word, but before the show, you're like sequestered, yeah. And then you're on the show. You don't know what's going on in the outside world. Like mentally, it is such a mind. What was it like for you mentally after the show, and still?
So intense.
Yeah.
I mean, it still is. One, just in terms of the general knowledge that everybody has. There's stuff that's come and gone that still affects people. That is like, I have no idea about this.
Come
out and you hear about how Biden drops out. There was the attempted assassination against Trump, and then like last week I heard about the whole Microsoft stuff crashing with all the plane delays and whatever. So there's just I'm not someone that I don't watch the news. You know, I think it's just very, very negative and whatever. And if there's things in life that are gonna affect me, they'll make their way into my life. It's very much how I am. Not my family. My parents are like, let's watch the news all the time. And I'll come home and be like, oh, let's figure out how many people died today. Why don't we play a game and compete like we always do?
My mom wonders why she can't sleep and why she has anxiety. And she falls asleep with headphones on listening to the news. That's how she falls to sleep.
Parents,
I'm like,
literally.
Mom.
It's just like, yo, that's not good.
That's not good.
Every news thing ends with just like, oh, and here's a golden retriever that is the oldest dog in the world. Come back next week.
Which will get me to come back next week.
But it's just a setup. It's like just like how Big Brother works.
Oh, I know. It's everything in the world is a scam. Like it's all an illusion. Everything freaks me out so much.
It really is. Especially coming out of there too. You think about it. I've talked to the number of other players that used to be in there, like Big D and stuff, and he was just like, he's like, yo, one thing for me, don't ever whisper around me or I'll be pissed. And I was like, oh,
It's
I
triggering.
haven't experienced that yet, but that definitely would. Like, I understand that, but I also do feel like I was just being me in there, which was good, but could have been bad at the same time, because I really was just 100% me and the goofy, super competitive guy I am, who always likes to make people laugh and be like, I'm happy to be the butt of everybody's joke. You know, I'm totally cool
You
with
could
that.
tell people were like, they really, like, everyone when you left was so genuinely sad.
Yeah.
Like, they knew they had to get you out, but they were just like devastated that you were leaving, because I think they could tell you were your authentic self in there.
Yeah, and I think that with the welcome home that I got was the best gift ever, and it still keeps on giving. It really like warms my heart and chokes me up. But I was also thinking, like, if people actually really hated me, then it's like I couldn't be like I was playing the villain or this or that, which some people were doing those kind of roles in there.
Right.
I was just like, I don't know how I would have taken it. And
Who do you think wasn't being themselves in there?
I think everybody was to like themselves in that game, but in terms of their outside world, you know, I think Angela and Quinn were very much, you know, they sort of fell into these roles and went with it. Which is what you kind of got to do in there.
Yeah.
And like, you know, those two are some of the best players in there, or that were in there. And I think like Quinn and I really helped set the bar in terms of having beef with people, because it was like WWE. Everyone was saying it. They're like, you guys are like WWE when the cameras are on. You guys are ready to go. And then when the cameras are off, you're like, yo, let's chill. What's up? Because we were able to compartmentalize that. And I remember the first day we were in there.
You kind of have to.
You have to, and they make it very hard for you to do that.
Yeah.
And the first day we were in there, I pointed at the clock on the oven, and I was like, "You guys see that time? It was like 12:48." I was like, "That might not even be the real time."
Yeah.
That's how much control they have, and how much control we signed away. So just so everyone's aware, like, we all wouldn't be on this show if we weren't good people, because you have a crazy background check and all this stuff for months and months and months.
Yeah.
And also, like, we all have our outside lives to go to. So let's keep that separate. Let's know everyone is a good person, and then like let's battle and play this game, but don't bring in any outside shit.
Yeah.
Just know people are in here to play this game, and it's a game where you have to do whatever it takes.
Well, and it's also a television show, so you have to make TV. And they, you know, they've been doing the show for a long time. They know how to make television.
Once I saw Angela prepping that shit in her room the night before, I was like, she is so good at this game. Oh my God.
Well, she's a super fan.
Yeah, and she got, I mean, most people in there are. I think Cam and I were for sure at the bottom of the list in terms of knowing the show and everything. And Cam is, shout out my dog in the crib.
In the crib.
Yeah, he's great. I like Cam a lot.
He seems like a sweetie.
Yeah, I knew he was tight with Chelsea. I knew, like, when he formed that final two with me, it's because he was up on the block or playing in the veto comp too, and he pulled himself off. But I knew, like, it's like, interesting, bro. Now you want to form this when the last 2 weeks I've been trying to form this with you? Like, I know where you're at, but cool. Like, let's do it. I respect it. And yeah, it's just a game where everyone's always adapting, and I think majority of people were themselves in there. Some people leaned into things a little more or not, but no, regardless of anybody's input on anyone in that house, they are all amazing, lovely people. There's not a bad bone in anybody.
Aww.
Everyone was just playing the game and, like, you know, adjusting to how other people perceive and do things.
Well, and anyone that, like, hates, it's like if they were ever in that situation of paranoia and, like, being removed from family, friends, no phone, like, no outside, anything. Do you guys have alcohol in there?
Barely.
Oh. Oof.
Barely. So normally it's like a tradition. You get a bottle of champagne or two when you first move in. And we were told we were getting that.
You didn't?
And we didn't. And everybody bitched about it.
Yeah, what a womp.
For a long time. And
well, you brought me wine today, and we're drinking it out of mugs. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I did.
That's it. I always wonder because I remember back in the day they would drink on the show, and I would see people get crazy.
There was like hardcore issues that happened when people got blacked up.
Which makes sense. I mean, that was the same with Bachelor, but it's funny because you say, like, when the cameras were on, you're like giving it your all, and then you like cameras are off. I was the exact same way. And the creator of The Bachelor was like, why are you able to turn it on the cameras and then just turn it off? I'm like, don't you want that for television?
Yeah. Isn't this good?
This is what you want, by the way.
Is this like a backhanded compliment?
Yeah, I was like,
thanks.
he also was like, why were you so comfortable with Jimmy Kimmel? I'm like, because he's a normal person? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. Like being the model and whatever that I have been for a bit, you end up running into a lot of celebrities, if you will, and whatever. I'm always just like, there's only one time I was starstruck and I was so embarrassed. It was so funny.
Who was it?
It was Travis Barker, because I'm the biggest.
I would lose my shit.
I'm the biggest Blink-182 fan there is, at least growing up. Like I knew I could tell you what song it was within 3 seconds of 72 of their songs. I could sing the lyrics to everything. I saw him in tour a number of times. I caught Travis Barker's drumstick twice in tour. Like I have all their autographs. Like I was a fan boy. And I went to some art show in LA that was just not open to the public yet. It was like Jesse Tyler Ferguson and all those people were there. And that was nothing. And all of a sudden Travis Barker just walks by. And I just remember saying to myself, like, my feet didn't move. I don't even know why my voice was like this, but I was just like, oh my God, I like you so much. I was watching him going, I'm like, yo, snap out of it, bro. All right, if you're going to that, you got to move your feet. At least say hi to him. Go take a picture. Like.
And did you?
Yeah, and then I did. And I remember when I took a picture, I was like, dude, I'm just like, I don't know what to say, dude. I'm sorry. I'm just a big fan.
Was he so nice?
Incredibly nice.
Aww.
It was incredibly nice. I remember like at the show that I was at, he had his son Landon there next to him on his own mini drum set.
Oh, Landon's so cool.
And like I was messing around with his son, like pointing at him and being like, let's go or whatever. And then Travis saw that and he kept trying to throw the drumsticks at me, and the bouncer dude kept taking them, or they'd bounce over
You're
me.
like, this is what we do.
Yeah, but then I tried to explain that story to him, and I'm like, I'm just being way too much of a fan right now. Like, I gotta shut up.
Did he know you were from Big Brother?
This was way before.
Oh.
This is like 8 years ago.
Oh, I thought this was recently, and I was like, oh, how cool. Oh.
Nope.
Has there been any celebrity that like watched the season that you're like, holy shit, that you know of? Like, I know Rihanna watches the show.
I know, everyone was like, we better get DMs from Rihanna.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone's getting one from her. If they do, awesome, good for them. But no, there hasn't been. There's been like Pretty Lights sent me a DM and invited me to their show in Boston, which was wicked cool.
Who is that?
Pretty Lights is a DJ. I've been known him for a long time. You 100% will know one of their songs for sure.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's get real for a second. Have you ever felt like you couldn't be your truest self? Maybe you're hiding behind a mask, whether it's at work, with friends, or even around family. It can just be absolutely exhausting. And with Halloween coming up, we might be throwing on actual masks. But you know what? When it comes to our emotions, those masks can weigh us down year round. And here's the thing. Therapy can help you take off that emotional mask. It's a space where you can learn to embrace all parts of yourself without judgment. Because let's be honest, masks should never be reserved for trick-or-treating, okay? Not for our day-to-day lives, just for funsies maybes. Therapy isn't just about dealing with big traumas also. It's about learning healthy coping skills, setting boundaries, and ultimately becoming the best version of yourself. So if you've ever thought about giving therapy a try, BetterHelp makes it super easy. It's all online, totally flexible, and works around your schedule. You just fill out a quick questionnaire and boom, matched with a licensed therapist who's right for you. And if you're not vibing with them, you can switch at any time, no extra fees. So why wait? Take off the mask with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Vine today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Vine. Okay, do you love to play? Well, now you can. Get ready to experience the thrill of Vegas right at your fingertips with Love to Play, the ultimate online gaming destination that brings the excitement of slots, bingo, and more straight to your mobile device. So whether you're relaxing at home, on your lunch break, or waiting for your next flight, whenever, wherever, Love to Play is there to turn your downtime into fun time. With themed slot games that transport you to magical worlds, classic Vegas-style games, and so much more, it's like having your own personal casino in your pocket. But Love to Play is not just about the games, it's about community, be as well. So you're going to be joining an inclusive, lively space filled with daily giveaways, weekly contests, and endless opportunities to score big with personalized promotions. So whether you're a bingo lover, a fan of scratch cards, or all about that jackpot life, Love to Play has something for everyone. And here's the best part. Right now, they're opening up 500 exclusive slots just for you. So be one of the first to claim 50 free spins when you use promo code VINE with your first deposit. So go grab your phone, head over to Love to Play, and dive into a world of excitement, rewards, and unforgettable memories. The Vegas adventure is calling, and it's just a click away. Turn your downtime into fun time. Visit LOVE2PLAY and claim 50 free spins exclusively for the first 500 users using promo code VINE on their first deposit. So tell your friends, your family, you don't want to miss out on your biggest payday yet. The adventure awaits at lovetoplay.com, where you can find excitement in every day. I was going to ask you what your HOH music request was.
It was The Vision by The Vision, and everybody loved it. We so needed just some like feel good dancing, grooving music.
Well, doesn't music just sound better in the Big Brother house? I feel like it just sounds better in there.
No idea. Like when we did the hide and go veto, we were outside and everyone that was a part of it got to have headphones on.
Yeah.
And it's like, as they're explaining the rules before I have the headphones on, I'm just hearing Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers blasting out of these speakers. And I'm just like, I love this song. I need to put these headphones on right now. Hurry up.
I feel like we have similar, like, I love 90s grunge. I love Nirvana's my favorite band in the whole world.
Sure,
I've seen Blink-182 3 times live.
Nice.
I'm obsessed. That would be...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen Red Hot Chili Peppers before. I got all their autographs. I was obsessed with autographs when I was little. My dad always brought us to concerts. I remember the first concert I went to was like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and then
really?
Yeah, and then the next one was Steve Miller Band, and then the next one was Rolling Stones.
Like, that's wow.
It was hard to top.
What a lineup!
My dad started off hitting home runs, you know.
My first concert was Bush.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice. Hell yeah. Let's go.
I had the biggest crush on Gavin Rossdale. He was actually supposed to come on my podcast. I don't remember what happened, but I was like, oh,
Gavin,
God.
Figure it out. Yeah, get on here.
He for sure listens to this podcast too.
Nice.
I'm just kidding.
You better start.
What other requests do you get when you're HOH? Like, why didn't they show the letters from home this season?
Did they not?
No.
I don't know. You get a letter from home.
What did you request? Did you request wine?
So you can request, you like fill it all out beforehand. And everyone was like, oh, what did you request? This or that. I was like, I don't remember. I don't even know if I got this paper, which I know I did now, but I really just didn't know. But you pretty much just write down your favorites of everything: snacks, candy, products, your favorite scents. So they'll get like shampoo and soap and stuff. And it's all really nice stuff.
And is it true to the opposite when you're a have-not? Do you really actually have to take cold showers?
Oh, yeah.
And you have to eat slop, only slop?
Oh, yeah.
And is slop just protein and oatmeal?
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
'Cause I don't know if it got on the show, but I was the slopter in there, the slop doctor. And apparently everyone who was watching what I was doing that were super fans, they were just like, yo, nobody has ever done this before.
Wait, because weren't you a chef?
Yeah.
So what'd you do with the slop?
So you ready? And I'm a protein bar chef, so the protein with that
stuff,
I know what to do. I use whey and soy. They had whey and soy in there.
Oh, shit.
So
you just unlocked something for everyone who gets to go on this show.
They might rewrite the rules after this. They were asking everything.
Okay.
And what it is I took, so it's pretty much a bucket. Like my family had a ranch in Montana. We had black Angus and we had horses and steer and stuff. Yeah, it's one of my favorite places
my dream
in the world. Yeah, it's hands down the best ever. And so I always ride horses when I go out there, and it's like, you know, they have like you give them hay or whatever, but there's always a bucket of like oats. And it's like literal horse oats that you eat in there, like big, hard oats. And I took a pepper grinder and emptied it out and I made oat flour. So any day you would see us, people like this over the counter, everybody, it was grind time. We would just grind for hours a day, get a bunch of oat flour, and then I made everything. We made slop pops, which were just like frozen popsicles. We made slakes, which were slop pancakes, which were like protein pancakes, which came out really good. And then we made slilly, which was slop chili. And then we made slitza, which hands down was the best thing. It was just slop pizza. So you season up all the the oat flour. You add like flax seeds in it. There's a whole list of condiments and stuff you can use. And we had about half of those the first week. We didn't even have electrolytes, so like everyone was getting crazy headaches. We got them like on day 5 or something. We didn't have brown sugar. We didn't have maple syrup, which those are things you can have. So you could have.
So you could have syrup on your slot pancakes.
Yeah, or we could have made oatmeal that was brown sugar maple oatmeal, but we didn't have that stuff.
But only but then you got it after.
Then we got it. Yeah. Then everyone else got it when they were have-nots.
Is being a have-not as bad as they say it is?
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, okay. I was like, terrible. Sounds kind of nice.
Well, no, because I wrestled, so it's like cutting weight, not eating food, done. I can do that. But the mix of never being able to nap.
You can't nap?
You cannot nap.
This is new information to me as a super fan of the show. You can't nap?
10 to 10 is awake hours.
You're kidding me.
You can sometimes if it's like a down day, but it's never told like today's a down day. Everyone sort of started catching on. I didn't sleep for 7 days straight.
No wonder people lose their
when
minds.
I was in there. I was serious. I was 14.
And you really have to sleep on shitty beds?
Horrible.
Oh my God.
These were the best have-not beds I have ever seen.
I know, because I've seen ones with like spikes on them before.
Yeah, or like anti-sleeping homeless bench, or they had bumper cars before. They had
I remember
they had
guys.
dental chairs before. You know, they had a slide that was at like a 13-degree angle with bumps in it. I'm just like, we lucked out. It was a box.
Wild.
And being the first ones to go, that's like part of. I was the kind of the ringleader on that. I remember hitting Cam. I was like, "Yo, Cam, I'm going, dude. You want to do this?"
Yeah.
And then we got Chemo and Quinn. But it was like, "Yo, start at the worst, so everything gets better." Because if you're going good and then this happens to you, that could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like always just improving in there is where I was going. And we had a comforter. That was it. So I would fold the comforter in half and sleep on it. We had like half our clothes at this time. So all I had was my jean jacket and sweats. So I couldn't have a sweatshirt on. I'm a stomach sleeper, so I couldn't lay on my stomach because of all the buttons on the jacket. And then after we were done, I mean, we washed the comforters and all the cotton fell out.
Oh, no.
So people, the fallen people had like sheets to lay on.
That's terrible.
I was like, that's not fair. You guys like get them new stuff. Like, and they never did. But eventually they could bring extra blankets in when Angela was in there. But
oh, that's torture. It's real torture.
Oh, it's.
So the slot for you was the best part because you figured out a loophole. But other than that, it was
and we had
nightmare.
6 Sleetzes one day and 4 the next day, and then we were done. And then everybody was just making Sleetza. It was actually good.
Did they cut it off at a certain time? Like nobody has to be have-nots anymore?
Yeah.
Towards the end or something?
Yeah, they told them, shoot, I think like a week ago. I remember hearing it.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was about a week ago.
And then what are some of the dumb, petty shit people would fight about in the house? Like cleaning or what was the dumb stuff?
I was a big cleaner in there. That shit was so annoying because like everybody's like, yo, we all got to clean. We all got to make a point to do this. Everyone just wash their own dishes.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm someone that Brooklyn and I are like pros. We cook and clean at the same time.
Yeah.
But others in there did not do that, or others in there would be hanging out in the kitchen and not help clean as the chef is cooking or whatever.
Ooh, that's...
So that was annoying. But the one thing that people got really mad at, that was something Cam kept doing, which I can super relate to, but I didn't do it in there. And it was just so funny how it kept happening to him. Cam and I both have lived alone for a while. That's why he can do a lot of impersonations. I can do a lot of impersonations. When you live alone, you talk with yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Or you talk with your dog.
I live alone.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know exactly. And
all I do is talk to my dogs.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
And Cam would like put back a bag of chips or put back a thing of cereal or anything that had like a fourth of a bowl of cereal or like just crumbs in the Dorito bag.
Yeah.
And people would be like, what the hell is this? Yo, Cam, like that. And Chelsea would always rag into Cam because they have such a good relationship. It was so funny. They were like brother and sister. But
also they're not. Does she like him more than a friend?
Yeah, I think she does.
Does he like her more than a friend?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that there were definitely times when it's like, oh, I can see that I know when they formed a final two, they started playing basketball with tinfoil in the kitchen and they were shooting it in the garbage. Meanwhile, that garbage had a bunch of raw chicken in it because I was cooking chicken and cutting stuff up. And they kept doing it. And I was like, you guys are going to get salmonella. Maybe use the garbage that doesn't have raw meat in it. And they were like, oh yeah. And they kept the same tinfoil ball. I was like, yo, this is like
gross.
But
Well, everybody has their own habits, and then when you get everyone in one house, and like
it was just getting used to that. I realized I'm a lot. I was like the 6th oldest person in there, and I'm 30, and I was just like, I'm like a dad in here. My biggest pet peeve was the fridge being open.
Oh yeah.
Because people open it up, go to pour their water, and then they fill up the water jug, and then they put the water jug back and close the fridge. I was dying on the inside. You couldn't do that in my house growing up. All the energy gets out.
Oh, yeah,
And
I used to get yelled
the
at
fridge
so
has
hard.
to work extra hard to get cold. Meanwhile, it's jam-packed.
Yeah.
Things are going bad. The fridge is never warm. I'm never cold. It's always warm. And so my pet, like I would be up by the fish talking with people, and then I would just hear like, beep, beep.
You're like,
And I'd be in the middle of a conversation. I'd be like, yo, the fridge is open. And then keep going and talking. I'd be like, the fridge is still open. And and that was my pet peeve. But the thing with Cam is he would just leave little bits of stuff behind because I live alone too. I'm from a family where like you don't waste stuff. My mom will sometimes wash a paper plate and reuse it.
Wow.
That's how my mom is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've always been a recycler. There's no recycling in there. I was dying.
There's no recycling in there? Shame on Big Brother.
I was hurting. So it would be like, and people would throw out like a whole 2-liter with the garbage. And I'm like, at least take the top off and smoosh this thing down.
Oh, yeah, nobody recycles in Nashville, and it drives me bananas.
No, I'm someone like, if my friends ever littered out of my car on the highway, which
$5,000 fine.
I get off the next exit, go on the on-ramp, turn back around, and pull over on the
I
side.
just want to be friends with a litterer.
Jalen knows. I've done it to Jalen a bunch.
Really?
Yeah, that's like my best friend.
That's a huge fine.
Yeah, it's like my brother from middle school.
Oh,
you
fun.
know? Yeah, so he and I are wicked close.
He must just be enjoying this too.
Oh, he was loving it. Yeah. His like he and his brothers and his mom were watching. It was really sweet. I just FaceTimed him before coming here. Yeah, he's literally the 4th brother of our family. So
That's
it
amazing.
was nice.
Oh my
to
God,
see him.
I just thought of chemo eating. How big of a pet peeve was chemo eating?
I didn't even care. No, I didn't even notice that. That's like a new
Oh, I have like severe misophonia. Like hearing people lick their fingers or eat, I'm like, I wanted to crawl. I actually love chemo, and he's been one of my favorites until I saw him eat. I was like, nope, it's a no for me, dog.
Oh man, yeah. See, I didn't even notice that. And I don't think people really did start to notice it till later. My pet peeve with eating is if someone's a fork scraper. And
Oh, I hate it.
I'm like,
no. It makes the back of my legs tingle. I hate it.
Yeah. It's like the back of my neck is like, don't do that.
I hate it. I went into debt when I lived in Vancouver for 11 years just so I could live alone because I can't live with people. So like being in the Big Brother house for me, even though, do you know that I auditioned for Big Brother and they didn't take me because I'm Canadian?
Figure it out, guys.
It's been my favorite show forever. Like, I do not miss a season. Also, I want to go through the people that are left. I'm so sad. I woke up this morning so excited to watch Wednesday night's episode and then talk to you about it. And I was like, there's no Wednesday night episode.
Yep.
Why? It's just boring now with 5 people.
I think it's
not enough content.
I think it's because they have the summit is now out, and that I think took that time slot.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Ew.
But also tonight's 2 hours now.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know how caught up you are.
I'm caught the up. I know everything.
Yeah,
Ravina told you she loves you on live cams.
I know, it's so cute. I love her too. I can't wait to see it.
So cute.
I know, but are you like live feed caught up? Do you know what people are doing right now?
I don't right now, but I usually do.
Okay.
But I don't. You could tell me.
They're gonna kick Rubina out.
Well, of course they are.
No, they should do chemo first. What happened to this whole girl thing that was going down? And now Cam and chemo are still in there, and then it's just like,
I agree.
I just Mackenzie's getting so played by Chelsea, I think. And
it's wild.
And it was like, Mackenzie and Brooklyn. I mean, Chelsea and Brooklyn were playing Mackenzie before when I called them out. And Mackenzie kept coming to me being like, oh, they're saying this, this, and that. And at first I was kind of just being in the middle of it. And then I told her, I was like, look, they're playing you this, that, and that. And then she kind of got very aware of it. But I don't know if she was just very aware of it for me.
Yeah.
Because she knew that she had them.
Yeah.
Or if it was really like she knew that they were playing her and she knew that I had her.
Yeah.
It was very just, with that stuff in there.
Does Rubina know it's coming?
I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure. Everyone in there knows what's going on well before it happens.
I figured.
It's just...
Why would they do that?
I think because the final comps are typically physical.
Oh, I hope...
More physical.
I hope something happens where she wins the veto and then just becomes this like comp beast and like...
Yeah, no, she
or is she already like gonna go?
The veto's already won.
Damn.
Mackenzie did.
Oh my gosh, Mackenzie's gonna win.
She could still do something crazy with it.
But Chelsea's running.
There was slight talk about putting Cam up, which she should do.
I
because
agree.
Chelsea has to work with her.
Yeah.
There's no other choice. But you're gonna keep someone in there that has. If you think you have one half of Chelsea, then he's got the other half. Like, then you two are gonna be doing a tug of war over her.
Oh my gosh, this is so. I get so stressed out. Who do you think is gonna win?
Since I got out, I mean, I've been wanting Rubina and Chemo to win, but like my belief on who's really well set up and has it all is Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea is so good at this game.
She's really
That's
good.
why she was my next target. You know, that's kind of why I hung off of Quinn for a bit. I was like, I got to get Brooklyn out because I know that she is very good socially
really good.
and really like believable and just like, you know, we talk all the time. We were in a whole group chat and she was saying, I can't wait for you to come down and meet my kids. And I was like, I can't wait to teach your kids how to really annoy you. Like we joke like that. Like Brooklyn and I are really close.
Yeah.
It's great. Despite what, I mean, people think everybody hates each other, but I think that's because a lot of people on the outside love to hate.
But
Everyone in that house loves to love, and we all love each other. So that's the difference. There's so much like oh, X, Y, and Z, and this and that, and da, da, da. And it's like, nah. We're all very cool.
But there are a few seasons where people didn't like each other. But this one does feel like you guys are like a family.
Yeah, we made that a point at the beginning to like
That's
really
nice.
keep that. And then the first time someone said I'm not going to talk to someone on the outside, I think that was like Leah to Rubina a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Didn't that happen? Or
Yes.
it was something like
I can't remember who though.
Yeah, it was something like that, and I was just like, I know that's not true.
No,
like,
they'll get out and it'll all be. You're
of
just
course.
stuck in that bubble. Were you aware that Leah had a crush on you?
Yeah, I knew about everything.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Chemo told me everything from the beginning, and apparently he said that he thinks everybody, like apparently Chelsea had a little bit of a crush on me
I think she did too.
And yeah, Mackenzie and Rubina and whatever.
So what is it about Rubina?
I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. I just really enjoy her energy. I think she's hilarious. I love how much she just like is unapologetically herself.
Yeah.
And
that's why I love her.
Yeah, I love watching her just be her. Like it's so fun and enjoyable and like addicting, and I can't put my finger on it, and I kind of like that part about it.
Yeah.
Because it's not something that I'm like, let me figure this out. It's just something that's like, nah.
You kind of just surrendered to it.
Yeah, it really did. And yeah, she's beautiful. She's great. She's a lovely person. She's incredibly talented. You know, her biggest fault in there was not believing in herself. She did, you know, but she went through things, and she was someone that like beats herself up for not winning things when I was like, yeah, but you were the last girl on the wall.
Yeah.
And it was Cam, Quinn, and I, and you. Like, and you got burnt. You got hurt. She burnt her leg incredibly bad on the wall. Yeah, a number of people got her and Cam got burnt from the dry ice that shot up at you. But hers was like that big.
No way.
Her calf. Yeah, that's why she had a wrap on her calf. Like, it's gonna be fine. It wasn't that. It was a big burn area, but it goes.
I mean, you
away.
probably sign your life away in those contracts, like.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Even
You could die in there. And
oh
it,
yeah.
and it'd be
That's.
like, well.
I remember signing that on bachelor contracts that like you could die, and I'm like, okay, B. So is it going to be like a thing outside of the house? Like you guys want to date, or is it like?
No, we very much openly talked about it in there, and once we realized, we were like, all right, enough trying to
fight
this thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm someone that like I don't go out and like come home with girls ever. I'm very much a shy dude when it comes to that, and I decide to go out and be with my friends and leave with my friends. So I've always been, you know, and I want to
get him to come back to my house so we can play a game. You know, like that's always a move.
Yeah.
And or I always have cards or dice with me when we're out because
Cards. I bring them everywhere.
always.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about hair, specifically thin and frizzy hair like mine. Ouai's shampoo and conditioner have been a total lifesaver for me because they are designed specifically for different hair types, and mine has definitely seen the benefits. So before I started using Ouai, my thin hair was always struggling with frizz and would get so oily fast, but ever since I started using their fine hair shampoo and conditioner, I have noticed a huge difference. And not only does it help with control of the frizz, but it also gives my hair the volume that I've been missing without making it greasy or heavy. And what I love about Ouai is that they do really just get it. So whether you need hydration without the weight or products that tackle frizz, volume, and oil control all at once, they've got a wash day duo that's just right for you. So for instance, if you want to give your hair a fresh start, their detox shampoo will wash away all the buildup from styling products, oil, impurities, or if your thin strands are craving a little volume and a little bounce like mine, the fine hair shampoo and conditioner is perfect to give your locks that luxurious lift. And I also need to add that this brand smells so good. I love the way my hair smells after using these products. It's like that salon smell. So why not treat your hair to a routine that's made just for it? Wash your way to healthier hair and get a hair routine that's made just for you by Ouai. Go to the Ouai, THEOUAI.com and use promo code VINE for 15% off any products. That's THEOUAI.com, code VINE. Have you like received gifts from people? You must get some weird DMs.
Oh,
the ladies
yeah.
love you.
Yeah, nah, and the boys. Don't get me wrong.
Everyone loves Tucker.
Kenny and I got foot requests.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he and I might do a funny video with that, which
You
would be
should.
hilarious because he sent that in the whole group chat. I just sent it in the group chat and was like, oh yeah,
fans-
now I made it too.
Fans are weird about feet.
I don't get it, but cool, whatever.
But cool. Do you know the Hawktua girl?
Yeah, I saw you just did it with it.
Okay, she
Yeah,
told me
congrats.
that guys will ask for her used underwear to send to them, and that they'll pay her like a lot of money for it. And she's like, no.
Dudes are dirty.
So dirty.
Dudes are dirty. But I think anyone is if they're left alone to it. Because, like, that's something I realized in the Big Brother house is, like, yeah, all of us guys were, like, everyone was talking about, like, the feeds are cut so much this season. Like, what's going on? Da, da, da. We're rude.
Yeah.
We are rude individuals in there. Like, everyone's talking about sex. The dudes were talking about self-sucking. The girls were talking about anal. Everyone was talking about where they've had sex before. Like,
This is why we love the live feeds.
it happens all the time
Yeah.
out there, and everyone was talking about everything. And so it really, that kind of brought it into my thing where I was like, yeah, nah. I mean, majority of guys are dogs.
Dogs.
But there's some kitty cats out there that you know
true.
like to get down and dirty, and
That's-
it was just a great experience all around, and everybody was just wild. Like Kimo and I would burp the alphabet together. like I was. Pardon me, but I don't know what it was, but I couldn't stop farting in there.
Well, it's the slop, isn't it?
Oh, it was definitely the slop. And then I was on antibiotics because I had an infection.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I got bit by, they think it was a black widow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my legs stopped working.
good.
Kind of. Like my knee and my ankle were getting incredibly tight. And
Oh, my God.
It was during the hide and go veto. So I was like, yo guys, by the way, I have a crazy infection in my leg and I can like feel it when I'm running and my knee and ankle are getting tight. We're not stopping, but once I win this, I need to go
I
see
need
a
a
medic.
doctor.
And then I did win, and then I freaked out for a bit, and then we were
Well,
good.
yeah, those are deadly spiders.
Yeah, but they never even confirmed that that's what it was. Someone just came
Oh.
in and looked at it the second day, and they were like, well, I don't see two holes, so I don't think it's a black widow. And I'm like, so you think it's a black widow? Like, it's day 2 right now. It's swollen up. Like you're not gonna see two little needle holes.
Yeah, no,
like,
no.
My whole leg is swollen.
And you couldn't use your leg. What was a competition that you wanted to play that you didn't get to play?
What is one or
Yeah.
there was
OTEV? That's the one I'd want to play.
Yeah, OTEV is classic. I think it was hilarious and awesome that was the first question and everyone
It was the
picked me,
best.
and Mackenzie knew it was Cedric because she and I remember sitting there after the first new rule game and we're sitting down and I'm just like, Mackenzie, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, they said there was 3 rounds. What's going on? She's like, that was the first round and we
it up. And I was like, oh no.
She
really, like, that was a really good question on production's end.
Really good. And I think they probably knew what they were doing, but I was like, oh my God, Mackenzie's out. And then I was like, oh my God, she won the whole thing.
That was crazy on the first.
So crazy.
That was historic. Yeah. So that one, but also, I mean, there was two that have happened. I'm really good at balancing stuff. Anytime I go to the beach or go for a hike, like I make those carrions where you balance all the rocks.
Yeah.
For my whole life, I've just.
So you would have crushed that.
I would have destroyed.
Oh yeah.
The one where you had the tweezers and the microchip, and then the other one where you had all those candy pieces and you were stacking stuff up on each other. I was like on my feet in my apartment, just like screaming and yelling, like, "Get me back in there! I got this!"
I mean, I watch your recaps. Or when you watch live and
Yeah.
stuff, because I'm like having the same reactions you are.
Oh, yeah, I'm sweating.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Like to
yeah.
be in there and then to watch this all happen. Do you think you and Rabina would do like a watch it back live and like record it? Because that would be so fun to watch.
Yeah, I think we will. I'm still nervous. I think that I don't know if they know that I'm the instigator yet or not.
Oh,
I know that the comic was released. I don't know if they all saw him in there yet or not.
I was gonna ask you about this. If they tell at the end, like before you get a chance to talk to Rabina, if they say that you were the AI,
They're gonna.
They are for sure going to. What are you gonna do?
I mean, we talked about it. I'm not really nervous about it. I feel terrible. I think that
It was
that's
so sweet. You felt
I
bad.
think that she is well aware. I mean, we had talks about it, to go back on what you were saying, if we were going to be a couple outside or not.
Yeah.
We had a lot of talks about it, and we were at that point where we were like, well, maybe it's just better just to let it out there, because if we keep trying to hide this and then we get caught, it could be that much worse. So that was my reasoning behind that, and to kind of make it lighthearted and to kind of put a little bit more of a target on Quinn, to have like chemo. I knew he would start to think it could have been Quinn, because
your intentions were not.
No,
yeah.
not at all. It was, and she had the saddest, like, cutest, sad face with the. But I'm just like, oh shit, I have to console. Like, so yeah, like my console, everything was genuine. I didn't mean for that to happen. But yeah, and then we obviously had talks about, we were like, we know that there's crazy pressures or whatever. There was times when she was like, I know that this wouldn't normally happen, and I was like, well, what do you mean this is normal? Like. And she was like, well, if we cross paths on the outside. I was like, well, there's no way to know that, because we cross paths in here. So let's just do with, like, don't overthink it. Because she was at the point where she was trying to think herself out of it, as was I,
Yeah, of course.
That's literally why I said she's like my sister in the DR, because I was like, that's going to be the icing on the cake. I'm not going to do that. And then when I told her it, she's like, you said what? That's gross. What the hell? I was like, yeah, you see how you're feeling? That's why I said that, to keep me feeling that, but it didn't work, obviously. But no, we had a lot of talks. We know that we both have our own outside lives to get to know, and we also know we're not going back to those same outside lives. So everyone's gonna have their own learning curve for their own life.
That's true.
And then us. But it's been great, and if things don't work out, which I really do believe that they will, then we're both very appreciative and loving of one another regardless, and we'll always be there for each other. That's kind of the talks we had. So
that's so sweet. I mean, that was like an iconic exit too.
Oh,
like,
we had that thought up, like when she was on the block thinking she was gonna go.
Yeah.
We had this whole thing.
You're like, let's show them.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it was sweet. And then it was like, I wasn't even thinking about it when I was leaving. I just wanted to give her my bracelet, and then she just like looked up at me, and I was just like, yeah. And she just jumped up, and I was like, oh, she's so sweet. It's crazy.
She is. I really like her. That's something that I've loved about her from the beginning. I feel like she just really is who she is, and she's like such a pure heart.
Yeah, and I've been watching all of her like Instagram videos.
I was gonna say, have you gone down like a rabbit hole?
You and this and that. Why don't you just be for you? Like, or listen, bitch. I don't want to wait for a guy to go watch a sunset. I'm gonna bring Butters up here and do it for myself. And I'm just like, she's so cool.
She is.
She's traveled to Japan on her own. Like, I have so much respect for that. I'm someone, believe it or not, I've never even gone out to dinner by myself.
What? It's my favorite thing in the world to do.
I've never gone to the movies by myself.
I just did it
film
like 2
major.
weeks ago.
I've never traveled by myself.
Well, good luck now.
I know, it's crazy. And I think it's the younger brother in me, because when I turned 30, I was like, first day, maybe not first day because people were here, but I was like, first week, I'm going to go have dinner by myself and go to the movies.
Yeah.
Go to like Nighthawk where I can have dinner and a movie.
Yeah,
Bust them both out. Nope, didn't happen. Don't know what happened. I know I need to do it. I really want to do it. And whenever that time comes, I'm just like, just order food and walk my dog. And
You've got to do it. It's liberating.
I know.
It's so liberating.
Still don't know why I haven't.
This is my challenge for you. You got to do it and then
I
let me know
really
how
do.
it felt. Oh, confessions. Okay, I always make people tell me an embarrassing story.
Oh shit! I remember one.
I have one for you, but it's more of like a question.
Okay.
For the first 15 minutes, please be honest with me. Did I have a booger in my nose?
No.
Promise?
Not that I noticed. No, absolutely not. I will tell someone right
You
away.
would?
I'm someone that's like, if you had something in your teeth,
You would tell me.
I for sure would.
Okay, 'cause-
there was like Cam and I were all over that. Chemo was good with it in the Big Brother house because we were just like Chemo and Cam would tell me all the time, like, bro, you got a booger. And I'm
Okay,
just like,
thank God, because that's how you do it.
Yeah.
But I literally, you like looked the other way, and I went like this. Something flew out, and I was like, I probably had one this whole time.
No, I
Okay,
did not
great.
notice. No, you're good.
Great
You're good.
news.
You're good.
Well, that was mine. So
Well hidden. Shoot. All right. Well, I do have a lot of embarrassing stories, but this was the first one that popped into my mind. It's quick. It's easy. So I'll tell you it. I bike everywhere in the city. I didn't bike today because I didn't want to be sweaty and have my hair be messed up. But,
Yeah, you can't.
I just had to do what I had to do.
Did you take
took
the
an
subway?
Uber at Black. No, I'm just kidding. I took the subway. But so I bike everywhere, and on the weekends, sometimes I'll bike like 30-something miles
Oh
or
my
whatever.
gosh.
I'll bike all the way to my friends in Hoboken, take the ferry back, and then bike from the city back over. Or
Damn.
whatever. So that's like you have to go all the way up to the George Washington and back down. You can't.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Go over.
Yeah.
That's like a 36-mile one, but I'll do one of those typically like once a week. And there was this one time I was doing it. I was in my biking outfit and my like.
Oh, you like really bike?
Oh, I bike it down.
Oh, like you're in the suit.
I bike.
In the...
Yeah, like I wanted to get the
Holy
BBAI
shit.
assist outfit to come home with, so that all I could do is bike around the city in it. And I don't
You
have
should
it.
ask them to send it to you.
I'm getting it.
Okay, good.
I'm
good.
getting it. They had,
Yeah,
to
you
wait
have to.
they had to wait till it ended, and I was like, I
Okay.
need it before the 31st. That's my
that's
Halloween
incredible.
costume.
Yeah,
I got a
yes.
bunch of costumes to
Yes.
do. But, I mean, so I have like the compression boxers on and little shorts and whatever, and
Oh,
I'm
no.
biking and had a coffee, whatever. You probably know where this is going,
yep.
but
Yep.
had some gas.
Yep.
Let
oh,
it go.
No. Yep.
But let me tell you, it wasn't just gas. My brother Eric, sorry, but he sharts like once a quarter.
No!
I haven't sharted in very, very long. But I did it when I was biking, and I was like 12 miles away from my house.
So you just had to.
Just had to sit in
Marinate.
it and bike home and marinate. And I got home, and I FaceTimed my brother, and I had to tell him about it because.
And he said, "Welcome to my world."
Yeah,
bro.
and I was just like, I don't know how
Oh,
you do it. Like that was very embarrassing.
12
but
more
funny.
miles you had to bike in your own shit.
Yeah.
And then when you get home, like, what if you ran into someone in the elevator? You took the stairs.
No, I had my bike. I was in the elevator.
That was just a risk you were willing to take.
Yeah, I was hoping it aired out by that point. It was kind of dry. I
You
was
should have just found like water, like like a lake.
I mean, yeah, I could have went into like Starbucks or something, but I was someone I was literally just like, yo, I'm already sitting down. I'm not about to get back up
Fair
and
enough.
then waddle my ass into a public bathroom and then like probably not get it all and then just waddle back. Like, let me just get home.
Did you burn your outfit?
Oh, I definitely threw the boxes away because they were those tight compression ones. So,
Oh my
yeah.
god! I thought you were talking like an e-bike, like a little like nice little like. You really bike.
A bike.
Oh wow!
A bike hardcore, yeah.
That
My bike can be electric, but I
a little
typically,
hybrid.
Yeah, I typically keep it off or on like power mode 1, but it can go up to
That's
power
a
mode 4.
long time to bike.
I love it.
Why am I more
I
concerned
biked
about the
over-
amount you bike than you pooping your pants?
Right?
I'm just like, that's a lot of biking.
Yeah, guys, I shit my pants. Whatever. Grow up, all right? Live a little.
No, I feel like I love poop confessions because I'm like, it's so relatable. Who hasn't done
I
something
know,
like
I
that?
know,
Plus,
yeah.
it's funny because you're like, oh, you're human too.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
But there's stuff like that must happen in the Big Brother house with the slop and the like when they were holding the marshmallows, I was like, how did they go 10 hours and not have
I was
to go?
so impressed in that. Yeah.
How do you do that?
You just suck it up.
Was it? But people must have like. What if you're on the wall and you get the shits?
Oh, I ate a bunch of garlic bread before the wall.
Oh no.
I was fueling my shit. I was like, I'm having carbs and I'm having garlic.
Yeah.
Because not only are we doing a physical mental warfare, but if it comes down to it, that chemical warfare is coming out, baby.
Fair.
Didn't need it. People fell off real quick.
God, I can't imagine how hard that is.
It was so fun.
Is everything so much harder than you thought? Or is it more fun than you thought?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
There were some things like the wall. I just knew I was gonna win. There was not a shot. Like I was locked in for weeks before that.
Yeah.
And like the AI apocalypse, I for sure thought I was gonna win. That was the one with like the slingshot that me and Cam came down, and it just curved like crazy at the end. You couldn't control it.
I thought you were gonna win that too, but I always wondered too if it's like, is there any way that it's rigged? Any of these competitions?
No.
Like when you put your hand in to pick names, can you feel the letters and like figure out whose name it is?
Nope, it's all smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all smoothed over.
There's
Trust
like,
me, I was trying.
yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like, is it? Because sometimes I'm like, no way that happened. This is rigged.
Oh, like Joseph getting picked with everything? That was legendary. That was my like setup with Joseph, and everyone thought I was like bullying him and picking on him. And he, after I did it and picked him the second time, he's just like, bro, nobody knows about us. This is so good. I was like, oh, run this down. It really was. He and I had a really good thing going.
He was so sad when you left.
Oh man, I remember like hugging him was really hard. I don't know, like Rubina was really hard too, and Chemo and Cam was wicked sad too. I mean everybody, but Joseph being the last hug too. That
oh, what a sweetie.
I talked with him afterwards too. I was just like, bro, that was so hard to do. Like,
oh yeah, I guess because you guys could talk because he's not in the jury house either.
right? He's not.
Oh
yeah.
Who? Okay, I have two more questions. Who besides Rubina are you the most excited to see at the finale?
Oh, I mean everybody. It's so hard.
I know.
Like, it's so hard to pick a specific person. You know, like Chemo. I mean Tikor, Cam, Angela.
All of them.
I mean Chelsea, Mackenzie, Leah, Quinn, everybody. Yo, it's just
so
like,
you think Chelsea's gonna win? Do you think Mackenzie's gonna be sitting beside her?
I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I think like they really should. If that's the case, then get Cam out tonight. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, why?
He's your guys' biggest physical threat, and everybody knows he's been a professional floater.
Yeah, yep.
So you gotta like.
But is Chelsea just doing that because she likes him, like keeping him around?
I don't know right now, because I know she's so about the game that she doesn't care. She would get him out right now, you know.
Yeah.
And like, I know that she probably thinks that's a smarter move for Mackenzie to do, but for her to keep Cam in case Mackenzie somehow or someone else like Chemo or Rubino wins and puts her up, then they'll have the numbers still. So they're right at that point where it's like they could risk it one more time, but I also feel like I wasn't someone that was risking anything. I was risking or not risking it. I was risking it all.
Yeah, literally definition of risk it for the biscuit.
And let me tell you, I still really like biscuits, babe. So even if it's burnt and I had a biscuit at home, I still eat it.
Are you triggered by puzzles now?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I'm still ready to rock.
That just killed me.
It killed you. I'm still dying. I can't believe I did it backwards. I swear that it wasn't specified, but I'm sure it was because clearly I have selective hearing. I didn't even hear Cedric tell me not to use the veto on myself.
Yeah. People were wondering about that too.
Yeah, no, Cedric, I've openly apologized to him.
Yeah.
I told him on Instagram Live, and I was like, yeah, bro, you know, I was just like, I didn't give a bro, because we already talked about it the night before. I knew exactly the second you opened your mouth. I knew it was negative. I could read your body language. I knew I was turning down whatever you said.
Yeah.
Because you had nothing to lose. I had to stay confident in it. And if he was really going through with it, I told him, I was like, bro, I would have expected you. I know you're HOH, and you did tell me. You know I didn't hear it as well. You should have been like, all right, Tuck, well, just so you know, as HOH, I am doing this, and you're saying you're doing that.
Yeah.
Because that's I mean, it was the younger brother for everybody in there, you know? And he had that energy, he had that smile. He was such a funny, great dude. He is. And I get that it's tough to tell someone who's so set on their ways, all right, bro, you're going to do this, do that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, everything happens for a reason. It's whatever.
Yeah, of course.
To each their own. And I found out that he like did volunteer to go on the block. He wasn't reluctantly.
Yeah.
He just told me that. And I was like, gotcha.
Oh my God. I'm so excited for the finale. When this airs, it'll probably be like, the finale will be in like 2 days.
Awesome.
So I'm so
perfect
excited.
timing.
It
Me
will be
too.
perfect timing. I really hope you win America's Favorite Player. I cannot see anyone else winning.
Come on, baby.
So, when do votes close for that?
I don't even know. I've tried to go online and do it, and I can't figure out how to do it, and everyone in my family can't figure it out.
What?
Apparently it's open right now, right? Or no?
I think so.
That's what I thought. And then you go to the website and it's like sign up with a username and a password. And I'm just like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh my gosh. Well, we all need to figure it out.
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
vote
figure
for
it out
you.
tonight.
Yeah. And ask the people, ask one of your producers to figure it out because
will.
you need to put that out on social media.
I need it hardcore. Guys, please vote for me.
Yes.
I'm trying to be the first non-juror to win America's Favorite Player.
Oh.
Run it up.
Would you be the first?
That's what everyone's saying. I don't know the show like that, but that's what I'm reading online. So yes, let's go.
I think you're going to get it, but I mean, that must be nerve wracking to be like, you don't know, but.
Oh, I'd be so fired up. And then
you got the, what did you get? The
BBAI
trip.
Instigator.
But, oh yeah, wait, you got money for that.
Yeah, no, I gave T-Core $5,000 and didn't take
Right.
Mackenzie's trip for the punishment costume.
Right.
Trying to build more stuff, but that, nice
like your
guys finish
strategy.
last, apparently. No,
I
I'm just
liked your
kidding.
strategy. I loved watching you play the game. I hope they do an all-star season so that we can watch you again.
Run it up. Same
It's
here.
so much fun, and tell everybody where they can find you.
All right, everyone. You can find me on Instagram at TSDESLAURIERS. Maybe I should change it.
That- yeah,
That's
what-
my last
that is a
name. That's my last
mouthful.
name. And then I'm on Twitter. So I really like puzzles, like RLY. So is that. And then my cameo's there. It's just cameo.com/Tucker, I think. I've been running up the cameos. So
Oh,
if
I
you want a
bet.
funny ass video, I was number 11 in the world last month for a couple days. So
Really?
yeah, so if you guys want some funny content, you want me to roast anybody, you need a pep talk, you need a happy birthday song, Ziggy and I got this in the
Ziggy's
bag.
So cute. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, I bet people would love your cameos. Wait, what would Zingbot have zinged you for, do you think?
Oh, what would Zingbot have zinged me for? Probably something obnoxious. Probably something about farting or just being loud and crazy. Or I did say during the hide and go veto, during one of my celebrations, because we had to reshoot it, that I was freaking out. All right, I still kind of feel bad about saying it, but I was so locked in at that moment because people are like, this one's luck, when it's like it's mostly luck, but there still is a little bit of skill. So if I won that one, then everyone's gonna know like I got skill. And shit, this is about the Zingbot thing. I don't know. I lost my train of thought for a second. I lose my
train of thought every second.
Yeah, I saw this. I was like, oh, cool. That's good. Oh, that's
It's
me.
you on TV.
Oh, nice. No, but yeah, I think it would have been something about either my farts or the fact that I won the hide and go veto and literally stood up and threw my water bottle and was screaming and was like, you guys suck at this game. This shit is too easy, bro. Run it up. I'll win anything I can compete in. And I was like, oh, shit.
Reel it in.
What did I just say? Reel it in. Meanwhile, I wasn't even supposed to talk because they were still doing the shot of Joseph in second place. And I just lost it.
Whoopsies.
And they're like, Tucker, we're going to have to redo that. I was like, give me another water bottle. I'm ready.
I'll do it again.
Yeah, and that definitely annoyed people in there. But
Well, you know what?
I was just trying to get them to be as confident as me.
Yeah.
Which Angela kind of got there. So that's why I can't be
Angela
mad
got
at
there.
her for trying to go after me.
The best was when she left, she was like so hyped that she was a threat to everybody. It was so good.
Yeah.
was
It's like
just
this
so good.
55-year-old woman
Yeah.
is a threat. And like, is she 55? Because I thought she turned 51 in there.
Oh.
But maybe she lied about it and she actually turned 55.
Maybe
I
she
don't
just
know.
rounded up.
Or selective hearing.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? Truly. Oh my gosh. Well, now we can all zing you for sharding, and thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Feel free to send me a cameo roasting me if you want to get roasted back. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think people should start sending you zingers.
Oh, I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down.
Oh, maybe I should be Zingbot for Halloween.
That's a good costume idea. I like it.
I
I'm
think
going
so.
to be the BBAI assist, that's for sure.
So
And then I'll be I had a few other outfits prepared or characters for if I was on the block, but I might do that, the The one that was like the character you unlock when you beat Guitar Hero, my guy who had on the shirt and the mohawks. I might do that one too.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Everything happened
The
so
rock
fast.
on. Rock on.
The funniest was when they you didn't know the camera was on you and Julie was prepping everything, but it was just you doing that so many times in the background.
It was just like this forever.
It was literally just a minute straight of you doing that. It was very funny.
I just saw that the other day.
Oh
so
God.
good.
I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now ending. And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't mind a rating and review.